Hey guys, so have you ever thought about working for yourself, choosing your own hours, and doing what you love from anywhere in the world? Well, that's what freelancing is about. A lot of people are choosing this, especially because of the rise of remote work from 2020. So, in this video, I'm going to be telling you the things you need to know in order to start freelancing. So, what exactly is freelancing? So, freelancing is offering your services or skills to clients on a project based or contract based arrangement and not full time. So, basically, you're your own boss. You decide when or who you want to work with and what kind of work you want to commit to. So, some freelance jobs can include social media management, writing and translations, graphics design, video editing, virtual assistants, marketing, proofreading, and data entry. Freelancing has a lot of advantages, and some of which are flexibility, the fact that you decide on when you want to do your job or when you want to accept clients. Independence basically is that you choose and nobody tells you when to do what you want to do. You basically agree with your clients on terms and conditions for your work. Earning potential basically means that you have the potential to make much more money than if you had a full-time employment, because you can decide to work with two or three more clients at the same time, therefore doubling your earning. Skill growth. So definitely this means that you have the chances of learning more, because you basically don't have routine tasks. You work with different clients, so you have different issues, different challenges with different clients, different projects, and so you get to learn from those different projects. So if you want to get started as a freelancing, the first thing you need to do is to identify your skill. So basically ask yourself what you're good at. Listen to the list I already gave. Ask yourself what you're good at. Which of these skills am I good at? Or is there any other thing that I'm actually very good at, that I can provide services to people, especially people who are not within my vicinity? So basically services or skills that I can offer to people virtually. So when you've made a list of the skills that you actually have, you need to pick a niche. Pick more than one niches. Basically pick a niche that is related, definitely related to the skill that you have, and build up a portfolio, which leads me to number three. Build up a portfolio based on that niche. So if you actually have two or three different niches that are not related to each other, you will need to have three different portfolios, right? Now, number four will be for you to set up your profile. Setting up your profile would help you position yourself as someone who um, can be found online. So you may not need to have a website at first. People, yes, now have websites, but if you're beginning, LinkedIn profile is okay for you. Okay, LinkedIn profile is okay for you. Now, the next thing you need to do is to set up a profile in a freelance platform. So basically set up your profile on Fiverr or Upwork or Pay or pay per hour or any other freelance platforms that's out there, and make sure for each of these platforms you link your LinkedIn account to them, right? Do not put your Facebook account. If your Facebook account is about personal posts, put your LinkedIn account, so that even if you're not posting, people can at least see that CV like format on your LinkedIn profile. So the next thing you also need to do is to share your services on your LinkedIn. You don't need to do it every day, you don't need to do it every week, but let it be that when people go to your LinkedIn profile and click on posts that you've posted, they can actually see or have an idea of the things you're capable of doing. Now, also make sure you attach your portfolio to your Upwork or Fiverr accounts also to your LinkedIn account. Make sure you attach your portfolio to them. So, as regards earning, I would say start small because you may not have or you may not have had projects that you've done previously. So start small when it comes to charging. Yes, your mentor is charging $40 per project. You can start small. You can start with $10 or $15 or $20. And then when you have reviews and projects, also remember that whenever you have reviews on project, feel free to encourage your clients to leave you a recommendation on LinkedIn. It actually helps boost your profile because you actually send people to your LinkedIn. Okay, so always remember to do that. Now, the final advice that I'm going to give you is to keep learning. Do not stop at what you're doing. Keep learning. Now, there's something else that is very prevalent in the freelance world is there are high demand niches, and then there are low demand niches depending on the economy, depending on what's going on, right? So whatever it is you're starting with, try as much as possible to research and find out things that are high in demand, niches that are high in demand. Do you have the skills for those niches? If you do not have the skill for those niches, why you've set up a profile and why you've set up an account for this, you can go ahead and start learning about those in demand or high demand niches, right? So that the reason is that it might be easier for you to get jobs in the high demand niches, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to get jobs if whatever niche it is you're doing. You just need to set yourself well. Now, one particular mistake that I would want you to avoid, which I feel like a lot of people um do not set this, is laying out your terms and conditions with your clients in the first instance. For example, whatever it is your clients wants you to do for them, it's important that you repeat it to them. Itemize it. Oh, you want me to do this, and do this, and it's going to cost you $20. And don't just agree on things that are not itemized, things that are not it's not streamlined, things that do not have a scope, right? Because one thing with these people is that over time they'll go and they'll change their mind and say, oh, do this for me and do this for me, and you end up spending much more time and energy on something that you would have charged extra for because it was not out itemized. But if and when they change their mind, you'll be able to say, oh, it was not in the first agreement, it will need to cost you extra for me to do this new tax that you've included. Okay, so always try as much as possible to list things out and itemize things out so that everybody is clear on the deliverable. So you guys, so if you've been thinking of getting started with freelancing, it is a very, very wonderful idea, and I'm going to recommend that you start with Fiverr or any other freelancing platform out there. If you're not serious with LinkedIn, go and create a LinkedIn profile. And if you've not done anything as regards portfolio, please go and create a portfolio for yourself for the niches that you're quite good at. And if you don't know how to do a portfolio, I think my last video I actually spent a lot of time talking about creating portfolios. Thank you everyone for listening. If you've not yet subscribed, please subscribe to this channel and let me know in the comment section what your concerns are. And if you do not have any concerns, you just tell me that I'm doing well in the comment section, and I am going to appreciate it. It lets me know, encourages me, and to make more videos. So thank you guys, and see you next time.